In this video, I want to talk about a new strategy I'm going to use for the next month to hopefully put some more size on my arms, some permanent size. And the name of this video is Monster Arms by Halloween because I'm going to implement this strategy every night. I've already taken some measurements of my arms, cold and pumped. And then on Halloween, I'm going to take a second set of measurements, which Halloween is about a month away. So that will give me a whole full solid month of doing this. And I'm going to see if the gains were permanent or if this is just more of a exercise or a strategy you could use to get a pump and look good in photos. But I'm hoping it's going to result in some permanent gains. But I've recently been watching more Rich Piana videos lately, and I think it's because he recently had his birthday, which if he was still alive, still with us, he would be 52 years old. And I really admire Rich. He kind of made his own way. He wasn't a Mr. Olympia or anything. He didn't go through the IFBB and become famous that way. He used social media. He marketed himself and really built a big following online. And if you haven't discovered Rich Piana yet, even though he's gone, all his videos are still up on YouTube. He is super inspirational. He really gets you pumped up. It really is a kick in the butt to listen to him and watch his videos because it really makes you motivated to train. And I kind of talked about this in my last video that I did for beginners about mindset. But if you want the proper mindset, go watch some Rich Piana videos. But anyway, the strategy I'm going to implement is something that he recommended and he suggested. It's called feeder workouts. And I'm about to go over that with you, the exact strategy that he used or recommends to use. And he says that to try it for a month, and he guarantees that you will see results with it. So I've got it written out, everything that you need to do. I'll go through the list, and then I'll also talk about my own experience with it because I tried it for the first time last night. I was very impressed. I know it's only night one, but if you want to, go on this journey with me, you could either start now or you could start October 1st and then check your results on Halloween, to see if you got anything permanent out of it. But let's go through the list and we'll talk about exactly what you need to do to get Monster Arms by Halloween and follow the Rich Piana strategy. All right, let's talk about the Rich Piana feeder workout for arms and the strategy that I'm going to use to build some monster arms by Halloween. Hopefully, I should say, this is going to result in some permanent gains. We're going to see if this is only good for getting a pump and looking good in photos, or if it actually results in something permanent. And the goal is to see the arm measurements move up permanently. So when I measure them cold again on Halloween, hopefully, it will move the tape measure up. So basically, all you need in order to get started is a pair of 15-pound dumbbells. You can use a pair of 10-pound dumbbells. So if you are less advanced, I guess, you could get a pair of 10-pound dumbbells, but if you can handle it, what I'm going to use is a pair of 15-pound dumbbells. That's what Rich recommends in his video. So that's what I'm going with. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to do the simple feeder workout every night until Halloween, and you're going to see if you get some permanent results. Now, what I advise doing is, before you get started, take some measurements of your arms, your biceps. Get a tape measure, measure in the the middle of the bicep. I took my measurements. The first one I took flexed, and then the second one I took first one I took flex when I was cold, and then the second one after I did this workout I took after they were pumped up. So what I'm working with is when my biceps are cold, they typically measure between 17 and a half and 17 and 3/4 inches. And then after they were pumped from doing this workout, they went to over 18 inches. They were like probably about 18 and a quarter, maybe a little bit over that. So the pump that you get from this definitely makes a pretty big difference. My arms look huge after this, and I'm going to talk more about my personal experience with it after this segment, but right now I just want to give you what you need to do. Okay, so the first thing is you want a pair of 15-pound dumbbells. The second thing is you're going to be doing 3 supersets. And the first thing you're going to do is just lay flat on your back on the floor. Do this in front of the TV when you're watching TV at night before bed. And you want to do this right before bed. The first time I did this, I didn't do this exactly right before I went to sleep. It was probably a couple hours before I went to sleep. But I wanted to take measurements. So I went ahead and did this a little bit earlier. So you're going to do 100 dumbbell skull crushers, and then just roll over, get on your knees, or you could do it standing, and then hit 60 dumbbell hammer curls. You want to do this back to back. It's a superset. Now, you may have to pause for 5 or 10 seconds because the burn gets pretty bad. I had to do this a few times, especially during the skull crusher portion. The hammer curl portion wasn't as bad for me, but you may have to take about 5 or 10 seconds to pause. That's okay, but the main thing is to keep going. You don't have to worry about squeezing. What Rich says, you don't have to worry about the best form. The idea is you just want to keep pumping. You want to pump as much blood as possible into your arms. And you're going to do this every night until Halloween. And if you want to put size on your arms, it's going to be ideal to do what I'm doing right now. You would want to be in a slight caloric surplus. I'm hitting my daily protein, and I'm on creatine monohydrate. Okay, so after you've completed these three supersets, you're going to go to the mirror and check your progress. You're going to really flex. And I'm going to discuss, like I said, I'll discuss my experience with it after this segment. But yeah, this is an insane pump. It gets you really motivated because your arms look huge after this. And that really plays into the mind-muscle connection. And Rich talks about this in the original video. He wants you to do this and go straight to bed, because the idea is, after you've pumped up, you've flexed, you've seen your progress in the mirror, you go to bed, and that's supposed to be what's on your mind, while you're sleeping. So he believed that, this stuff being the last thing on your mind before you go to bed, it really creates that mind muscle connection while you sleep, and in turn will help you grow more. That's his theory, and we're going to see if it actually works, because we'll check in on Halloween and see if it resulted in some permanent arm gains. But like I said, final goal is to pump up your arms nightly with this feeder workout for 1 solid month. So if you want to get started, I'm doing a few extra days because I've already started this. But if you want to get started, start this on October 1st and then check your results on October 31st and see if you get some monster arms from it. And now I will go through kind of the steps of what I did, and then just my personal experience with this.